Hi there. So I believe that you are coping well and doing well with the outbreak of the coronavirus and its various development. But maybe you are there and you are thinking about the whole issue, and you are full of fear because of the news and the rising in the number every single day across the world, and you are wondering because you are looking at your security, you're looking at your job, you're looking at everything happening around you, and you are full of fear. But one thing you've got to understand is this, that being fearful is not the solution to the problem. Okay? Being afraid of losing your job, being afraid of contracting the disease, being afraid of it's not going to solve the issue, because you're going to rather die or kill yourself early or earlier than you're supposed to. So maybe I want to give you a couple of strategies or techniques that I think you've got to look at and implement in order for you to take your life to the next level. There are some of you, I think this is the time you need to rethink about your job, rethink about your career, rethink about the path that you have chosen for your life, and find out whether the job or the work or the company you are working for, whether it's a sustainable work or you've got to do things differently. For about a week now, I've been home and working from home because actually 1/3 of my period in every year for the past, I think 4 or 5 years now, 1/3, it means 4 out of the 12 months every year I actually work from home. So I have my team only 2 people here in Ghana, the rest are in other countries, and via Skype we're able to do video call. And so I work from home a lot because of the way I've structured my business and I've structured my life. I use Skype a lot for a lot of the things that I do in relation to that. So maybe as you are sitting down and thinking about it and being full of fear, maybe it is time you rethink about your life. It is time you rethink about your job. It is time you rethink about your business. If you are not somebody who is able to utilize the internet to make money, to work, to be able to work from any comfortable places through the internet, it means your job is not secure. It means your life is not secure. It means you can lose your job anytime. It means you are at the mercy of somebody. There are a lot of people losing their jobs. Others are not losing their job. They are able to work from home anywhere they are. Why? Because of the skill that they have built. So this is what I want you to understand. Instead of sitting down there and thinking about the pandemic and looking at what is happening and being full of fear, I want you to look at your life in relation to what you are doing as your job, as your work, as your profession. If you're an entrepreneur, you are running your own business, and you just have on-site business and you don't have anything flowing online, and you don't have money coming into the business until you go outside, you've got to rethink your job. You've got to rethink your business. You've got to rethink your life. Because you cannot become successful, you cannot take your life to the next level working 24 hours, you're working 8 to 5 hours. You cannot. There has to be something automotive, working whilst you sleep, working whilst you are not there, so that you can still be making money, you can still be empowering people's life, you can still be taking your life to the next level. So this is what I want you to do. It will be very, very important in this time as we homestay and social distancing. It will be more important for you to sit down and maybe learn a new skill, maybe learn something new. Read about businesses, read about the autobiography of some people, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, Albert Einstein. Read a lot. Then most importantly, it will be also time for you to spend some time with your closest family as well as some time with God. I've been reading a lot. both digitally, ebooks on my tablet, and have audiobooks as well that I listen to, and some hardcover book, Tithe, Offerings and First Fruits by Dr. Mensa Odebil. I bought this book at the beginning of the year, but I haven't had time to read it, and until now that I'm making some time to really read it and pay attention to those principles in relation to that. So instead of sitting down there and thinking about this pandemic, being full of fear, I want you to reorganize your life, re-strategize your life, so that if we go through this pandemic successfully and we are out of it, you must see your life from the next level, from another angle. If you are sacked from work because of coronavirus to stay home, will your company pay you your salary? The answer is, chances are, it's going to be no for a lot of you. So a lot of you are afraid, should the country shut down? It's not going to be comfortable should everything shut down. But if it has to be shut down because in order to prevent the spread of the disease, nothing will stop the president, nothing will stop the authorities to exercise that. But the question is, how are you going to be surviving? How can you take care of your family? How can you take care of your children? How can you take care of your spouse? How can you take care of your mother, your father? How can your children live the best life they are living now should that happen and you are not having a job? Should businesses collapse? So in as much as you're going to be thinking about the whole issue, thinking about how things are happening, I want you to think closely as well about your career, closely as well about your life. Think about it closely. Don't just sit down and watch the news. Now people spend a lot of time on social media. Don't sit down and be spending time on social media. No, you've got to read. Read something new, learn a new skill. Maybe you've got to perfect your cooking skills in the kitchen. You've got to learn how to play the guitar. You've got to read about businesses, or you're going to read about God. And it's very, very important. I'm working on a new book now, and I think this closure and this homestay thing, it's helping me a little bit, because I'm working on a new book that will be out probably early next year. And that will be my first personal development book, which we are hoping to be publishing with 4 books. That's what we're working on. And it's not a joke. I've got to put together quality materials. I've got to research. I've got to work a lot. I've got to read a lot of materials. But that is what I'm going to do. That is what I'm doing, because I don't want to be controlled by somebody. I want to be able to do things on my own terms. So as you're thinking about this outbreak of the coronavirus, I want you to think about your life again. I want you to think about your job. For those of you who don't know anything about IT, who are not familiar with Skype, who are not familiar with how to use emails, how to use Zoom, how to use PowerPoint, and those things, you've got to start learning it now. Because it's not just about being a chartered accountant. It's not just about being whatever. It's not just about knowing how to cook. It's not just about knowing how to make beats. It's about knowing how to utilize technology to your advantage and make money whilst you are asleep. Because the world never sleeps. The world never sleeps. So whilst you are asleep, Shanghai is up. While Shanghai is asleep, New York is up. So nobody is asleep. People are working, people are grinding. I believe this is the time you've got to spend time with yourself, analyze your life, examine your life, and find out how you can take your life to the next level. Think about it, because I know this is something that can assist you and take your life to the next level. Comment below with what you think and how you are homestaying and preparing your life to take it to the next level. I'll see you in another broadcast.